What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Browns Gratification YouTube channel. I'm Kyle, your host. Let's get right into it. So the Browns versus Jets. This is my reaction to it. So we won. So we beat the Jets 23-3, which is both of the teams needed a must-win. This was a must-win game, really for the Browns too, because if we didn't win this one, then I don't know what we were gonna do. So let's start off with the stats. Let's start with the Jets side, then we'll come to the Browns side. So. Trevor Siemian, when he played 3 for 6, 3 yards, they couldn't do anything in the first half. It was horrible. And then actually, Myles Garrett with a huge day. But he had two roughing the passer penalties. The second one ended up injuring Trevor Siemian. Looked like a broken ankle. I know Siemian was able to walk up and get back up by himself, but I don't know if they really said anything about it yet. So yeah, Trevor Siemian got injured. Then they brought in the third stringer Luke Falk, who went 20 for 25, 198 yards. Did pretty good, so he's going to be starting from here on out until Sam Darnold comes back. Le'Veon Bell, 21 carries, 68 yards, 3.2 yards per average. No one really got into a rhythm there on the Jets team. Maybe a couple first downs actually I believe it was right after Trevor Siemian got injured, which was the third quarter, I believe. So, Robbie Anderson had 4 receptions, 81 yards. Le'Veon Bell had 10 receptions, 61 yards. Jamison Crowder had 4 receptions, 40 yards. Defensively, Jamal Adams was doing some pretty big hits, but Darrell Roberts had an interception, 1 sack as well. Blake Cashman, Bronson Kafusi each had half a sack, and Terrell Basham had 1 sack. And that's it. Yeah, so let's move over to the Brown side here. Baker Mayfield, wasn't that accurate today, and threw an interception, when they had Nick Chubb wide open. He decided to go for Odell. He still needs to be better at that. 19 for 35, 325 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Nick Chubb broke off for a 20-yard touchdown run. He's 18 carries, 62 yards, 3.4 the average. Odell Beckham Jr. First of all, as you guys seeing on that picture, what an amazing catch. And then what an even amazing touchdown. 89-yard touchdown, 6 receptions, 161 yards. Damian Riley had 2 receptions, 50 yards. Ernest, 3 receptions, 42 yards. Nick Chubb, 4 receptions, 36 yards. Jarvis Landry had a quiet game today, 3 receptions, 32 yards. So Joe Schobert had 10 tackles, 3 assists. Tackling was much improved this game. But there was still some tackles that we missed, especially getting Le'Veon Bell. He broke off for a little bit from missed tackles. Jermaine Whitehead had 5 tackles. Morgan Burnett had a sack. Myles Garrett, 3 tackles, 3 sacks, like 5 quarterback hits. He has in 2 games. He has 5 sacks, which leads the NFL right now. It's crazy. He's gonna be a force to reckon with. It's gonna be a good year for him. So yeah, that's all the stats. Oh, and Austin Seibert had 3 for 3. I think his longest was 48. Then it was 43, and then I think 23. So really good to see him making those. So yeah, good for him. And then Jamie Gillen, he had 6 punts, 5 of them were inside the 20. I mean, that's amazing. I'm happy we picked him up. All right, so let's talk about the game here. So, we couldn't really do much on offense. Greg Williams, although I wouldn't say the greatest offensive coordinator, he's smart. He was showing one cover to Baker, and then in the middle of the play, right when the play started, they would switch out, and no one would be open. Baker was a lot better of not trying to force it, except for that one interception. That instinct happens, because he had Nick Chubb wide open, and a bunch of overthrown balls. He's just trying to make that play happen when he doesn't need to, and someone needs to tell him that. Ryan Lindley, our quarterback coach, he needs to talk to him about it, which I'm sure he does, but I just think it's all instincts on Baker. He has 28 touchdowns and 18 interceptions to his career. He has 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions this year. I don't like to see that. I think he leads the NFL in interceptions from last year, including this year. Yeah, I don't like to see that. He really needs to fix that. Even you see Aaron Rodgers. He had the most throwaways last year. Aaron Rodgers had 25 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last year. He does not throw interceptions. Due to it, he would throw the ball away a bunch of times just because of the play calling and him and Mike McCarthy not really seeing eye to eye at all last year. So honestly, just fix that, and he should get better. But these next couple games, I know we face the next week. We face who do we face next week? Let me check the Browns schedule. Um, because I know we have like the toughest 5 game stretch coming up, and I don't remember who we face next week. Oh yeah, so we face the Rams, then the Ravens, the 49ers, Seahawks, Patriots, and Broncos. I mean, honestly, I do have faith that we'll beat the Rams. For some reason, I just have a feeling we'll beat the Rams. The Ravens, on the other hand, I don't know how. I don't know what we're gonna do. Baker's gonna. I hope he doesn't throw many interceptions. I would just hate to see that. I don't want to see that. 49ers 2-0. They're doing pretty good as well. And the Seahawks 2-0. These next teams, so Rams are 2-0, Ravens are 2-0, 49ers 2-0, Seahawks are 2-0, Patriots are 2-0. The Broncos are 0-2, but that's not the game that we talk about. So, it's we got to be careful here. We really, Baker really, you can't throw interceptions these games. If you do, we lost it. So have to watch out for that. Odell Beckham, 6 receptions, 161 yards, and touchdown. Longest was 89. It was actually we were on the 5 yard line, or maybe it was like the 7. Or we were on the 89-yard touchdown, 10. So we're on the 11 yard line. 11 yard line, threw a slant, and then right when OBJ caught it, just broke off for a touchdown. He ended up running 21.7 miles per hour at his highest, which is crazy. It's good that they developed that connection. I have, next week is gonna be in 6 more days. Is gonna be crucial for them to do that again. I don't know how we're gonna expose the Rams. Defensively, they got better from last year. So we're just gonna have to hope that we stop Cooper Kupp, because you stop Cooper Kupp, you stop Jared Goff, in my opinion. He's horrible without Cooper Kupp. So we just gotta, even if we have to double Cooper Kupp, which we might have to in some situations, that's fine with me. However, we get the win. I just do not want to see Baker throw any interceptions, which it's probably gonna happen. I just, I want to see him make that jump. I don't want to see no sophomore slump stat wise. You know, um, we kind of have to see what goes on here. So yeah, and then talking about defense, let's talk about Myles Garrett. 3 sacks this game. Let's let Beecham up, the left tackle of the Jets. It was crazy how good he was and how effective. He still had some offsides, um, and some roughing the passer issues which he needs to fix. But besides that, crazy how good he is. If he has 2 games, 5 sacks, like I said, leads the NFL right now. So I mean, if you want to bet on someone that wins Defensive Player of the Year, I would say it might be Myles Garrett. He said he's going to win it this year, or he wants to win it this year. I mean, so we'll see, but it's crazy how good he is. And speaking on the Jets side, Luke Falk, his name was, he didn't do too bad, and actually he was really good in college. But this is like his 3rd team. He bounced around from last year. He'll be pretty decent. But the Jets' schedule for the next couple of games is crazy too. You just gotta hope C.J. Mosley comes back, which I think he will next week, and then Quentin Williams as well. So when you bring those guys back out, you can kind of be a little easier. Like, okay, our defense is really good. Let's just get something going with the offense here, which I think they will. It's just bad matchups, I'm saying, this week. So yeah, there it is. Thank you guys for watching. Like, favorite, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what you guys want me to see in the next video. I have a couple ideas, but right now it's just been news that have been popping up, and post-game analysis and pre-game analysis. And I believe I'll do this on Friday. I will do the pre-game analysis of the Rams game, and then of course then following Monday around 2:30 or so I will post the reaction. So thank you guys for watching. Like, favorite, subscribe, and peace.